Catina here with Geeked Out, and I just wanted to do a quick comparison video between a couple of subscription crates that I received through the week. I did do an unboxing of the October 2016 horror grab block, and a grab block is a $9.99 box that you have access to only when you order a $19.99 subscription through Nerd Block. We happen to order the sci-fi block, which we'll have in a couple of days, and we'll be doing an unboxing on that sci-fi block at that time. But when you order that $19.99 block, that does give you open access, to 3 $9.99 grab blocks. We did order 2 of them. We ordered the horror block as well as the arcade block. And we're going to discuss and compare the October 2016 horror block. And I do want to apologize. When I covered the unboxing on this block the other day, I did fail to mention the shipping for the Nerd Block products. They are located out of Canada, so the shipping on these crates or boxes, blocks, whatever you want to call them, are $9.95 each. So we actually ended up paying $19.94 for the horror block that we received in, the grab block. But again, if you watch the unboxing, it was a very, very cool box and still worth the money. But that, again, you only have access to when you order the $19.99 block. So after the $19.99, you're actually looking at a $30 a month subscription for the full blocks. So now with the Loot Crate, which is going to be the comparison box that we're going to discuss, that goes for $13.95 with $6 for shipping, making it $19.95. And that's why these are comparable in pricing. But the reason I chose this Loot Crate this month, the October 2016, is because it did actually end up being the horror crate. So the merchandise is going to be in whole very similar. So I thought they would be it'd be a really good way to kind of compare the two boxes for anyone out there that really likes to do some research before they sign up for any subscriptions. Hopefully this will help you out. I've actually used or subscribed to Loot Crate for quite some time and have been pretty happy with the crates that I have received. I've only had a couple that I haven't been completely satisfied with, but there are still a couple of things in there that I thought were cool. But with that said, it's not always just about me. I have been able to come across some really cool stocking stuffers for my son during Christmas, as well as really cool gifts for not only my son but also my husband for Christmas and birthdays, or just simply to say I love you, and I thought that you would like this. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and show some items, or show all of the items from these last 2 crates, so that way you kind of get a good idea as to the difference of the quality and the type of products you receive. I'm going to start out with the t-shirts. Most of these crates, t-shirts are pretty common for these type of crates, especially with Loot Crate. I've only received a few that did not include a t-shirt. And this here, this is the Loot Crate. And like all Loot Crate shirts, there are always going to be Loot Crate exclusives. And this is a really, really cool print. If you check that out, this does say Negan Sluggers. And it's a great picture of Jeffrey D. Morgan there. And it does actually say The Walking Dead AMC. So this is an actual Walking Dead shirt, Loot Crate exclusive. This here is the horror block. And if you take a look at that, it is a very, very cool print on this. It is a play on The Walking Dead. You have Daryl, the wings here from Daryl's vest, and of course the bolt through the head, or the skull there, excuse me. So it's a very, very good indication that this is a play on The Walking Dead. Some nice fan art, but if you look, this is by no means an exclusive, nor is it a Walking Dead merchandise shirt. It is just simply a play on fan art style shirt. I'm not at all by any means knocking this shirt. I do think it's very, very cool, and I will be most happy to wear it. It is a very nice cotton. It is not, in my opinion, as nice as the cotton with that's on the shirt from Loot Crate. I actually put the Loot Crate shirt on as soon as I finished the unboxing, and I was really happy with not only the feel of the fabric, but also the cut of the shirt itself. I like the way that it fit and laid and whatnot. This is a unisex shirt. I started out with the baby doll, but was pretty unhappy with the way it fit the arm as well as the waist. So starting out with this being the first unisex shirt that I've ordered so far, I'm quite pleased with the feel of the shirt itself. Next, I'm going to cover these two items. This is a Nerd Block exclusive. This was actually my favorite item from the horror block that I received, the horror grab block. It's a zombie bottle opener, and if you watch the unboxing, this is actually a very, very durable bottle opener. I did drop it by accident, unfortunately, and there's not a single crack on it, not a chip or anything, and it still works great. I've used it quite a bit since I've unboxed it. This is a cool little plush Leatherface, and if you do not know who Leatherface is, he's actually the bad guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this is a Loot Crate exclusive, and he is quite cute. Both really, really nice, well-made items between the two, and both exclusives for right around the same amount of money. Then with the horror block, we have the salt and pepper shakers. I got into a little more detail on that unboxing video, but it's a nice quality. Look great on the dining room table, so happy to have them. Where with the Loot Crate, another little decorative item, but this goes on the wall, and it does say Camp Crystal Lake, and it is actual Friday the 13th merchandise, so no generic merchandise here at all. This is actually Friday the 13th merchandise, and can't wait to hang it on the wall. Then this is a really cool detailed little zombie hand back scratcher that I actually have the card already put away, but it was a horror block exclusive. It does have a really nice reach on it, and it does also shrink down to a nice little size where it'll fit great in a backpack or even a purse, and it does work really, really well. Then you have the Loot Crate exclusive, which is a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy glove chopsticks. I personally really have no need for chopsticks, nor does my husband or my son, but they are really cool quality, or really good quality, and they would go really well with, all of our novelty merchandise here. Plus, I'm looking to grow the hair out a little bit, and they'll look pretty cool as the chopsticks through the hair. So, I do like these items, even though I would never use them for their intended purpose. Then with the horror block, got a couple of coupons here. I haven't done a whole lot of research on these yet, but this one here, this is a $10 credit, and it appears to be on the next Nerd Block subscription you order, which would pay for the shipping for 1 month in itself. So that's pretty cool. And this here appears, again, I need to do some more research on it, but it appears to be a $10 credit to go towards a $100 shirt punch gift card. So it looks like for every one of these when you redeem it, it puts $10 onto a shirt punch card for you, and you need to, it looks like you kind of need to get up to $100 to maybe be able to use it, possibly. Again, if I continue with Loot Crate, I'll learn more and more about this and fill you in as we go. Then we have, with the horror block, Rue Morgue, which is a horror style magazine. This does have Rob Zombie on the front, gloss. I covered it in a little more detail in the unboxing, but there seem to be some pretty cool articles in here, one on Psycho, and it looks like there seems to be an article on Rob Zombie himself. But this does have a UPC code on it for US and Canada of $19.95, which covers the cost of the crate, or the block, I guess I should say. But this is an April 2016 edition, to where I received it in the October 2016 horror block box. So it is several months old. I do not subscribe to Rue Morgue, so I've never read the articles in it. So it'll be a nice read for me, but keep that in mind if you receive something like this in a block. It's typically, going to be older. Then in the Loot Crate, this is a Loot Crate exclusive. And this is Regrettable Supervillains. This is a companion book to Regrettable Superheroes, which, if I remember correctly, came out in the June 2015 box. Don't hold me to that, but it was definitely summer 2015. And that book was really, really cool and a lot of fun. I'm sure this one's going to be no different. I can't wait to read it. But just at a quick glance, the artwork seems to be just as nice, as well as the print, and the style of the book itself seems really well made. So again, a good find with that. Then in tradition of most crates like this, you have your collector pens. With the horror block, you have the Jason Voorhees pen here, which is really cool and will go great in my pen collection. And this is actually made of nickel plated zinc, so if you have any type of allergies, steer clear. Maybe don't wear it directly applied to close to the skin, and don't get it wet because it will tarnish. And then this one here is the, oops, wrong way, sorry. This is the Loot Crate pen. Michael Myers with his famous butcher knife there. And Pumpkin, again, will go super cool in my pen collection. With Loot Crate, all Loot Crates come with a theme magazine. Always has, always will, and the magazines are always super cool. Gives you some information on the products themselves and who made them, and just basic information. So I really like reading them. A lot of fun. And finally, I'm going to quickly cover the boxes. The horror block box here, I do want to point out, is a super cool graphic box. I personally collect graphic boxes, so I would have loved to have been able to add this to my collection. Not quite sure who to point the finger at this one, whether it be Nerdblock themselves or UPS, but it would have been really nice to have seen the label on the back. So graphic box collectors out there like myself could enjoy it. But one cool thing about it, so maybe I'll figure something out for storage, is the Don't Open Dead Inside. So I'm sure I can figure out some way to use it with the rest of my boxes in one way or another anyways. But it is really well made. And as far as the Loot Crate goes, in true tradition of Loot Crate, solid black box with the white and gray font. And most Loot Crates will transform into some type of like building or something like that. Some type of cool little piece of architecture, excuse me. But this one here actually has a really cool graphic from last season's season finale there with the whole group and kneeling before Negan. Right before the they end up meeting whoever meets Lucille. So it's a really nice graphic. It announces the return of The Walking Dead this Sunday, which I'm so looking forward to. And this crate did come in the Friday prior, so that was really good timing on their part. But I'm not quite sure if this is Greg Nicotero's work or not, but it is definitely in true form of his work. I've been a fan of his for a long time. So it's super cool. It is a mask. I do not believe I'll end up using it as a mask because I do like trying to keep the boxes intact if I can. So with that said, I'm not here to tell you which is my favorite or which I think is the best or anything like that. I'm just basically here to give you a little bit of education on the merchandise itself, so you can make a good educated decision on what type of crate you would like to go with. I have, like I said, subscribed to Loot Crate for quite some time. Nerd Block was a new one for me. I'm going to kind of wait and see until I do the sci-fi block to see if it's something I want to continue with, since after shipping it will actually end up being right at $30 instead of the $19 that I'm accustomed to paying with Loot Crate. But there are a lot of different subscription-based things like this out there that you can pick and choose from, so I can always try out other ones and see which one fits my needs. So with that said, this is Catina with Geeked Out, heading out, and have a good night.